Now, good morning, my friend. I couldn't find my little stand for my phone, so this is how it's going to be for you guys. I'm going to work, so it's not this. Once in a while, we go a little later, so it's not dark. So I'll be going to work, and you can at least see a little bit of me as I talk to you today. Let me turn on my air conditioner. Okay. So today's little video is going to focus on preparedness and being ready. Because I always tell you that, I always say, and for a while, you guys might know what this is hanging. This is a Spartan medal that I got for a trail run. And I actually came in second in my age group, which surprised me because I was there. And one of the people on my team goes, you got to get your shirt on and go up front. And I'm like, well, why? And they said, well, because you won the medal. And I was like, I won a medal? This is just a competitor's medal. But that medal was a second place medal. It's a little bit bigger. And I was very amazed that happened. So the first time in my life, I actually got a place medal, which was was really cool to me because I really didn't think that was going to happen. So with that said, that was the one thing that happened for me. So anyway, this video here is going to be about preparedness and everything else. So one of the things that we need to focus on is the things you might need to take or have when things happen. Now, today is the 27th or something like that, or the 28th of September, and so we've only got about 5 weeks until that major day. I'm going to tell you this. I actually, like The Rock says, I'm an independent centrist, whatever you want to say that is. But I also can't tell you that, what happened for me was there was so much political bickering on both sides, especially on Facebook, that got me to a point of where I don't want to vote at all. I think that the rumors they talk about, Sleepy Joe, are totally true. I think everything they say about who is totally true. And so with that, I don't feel my vote really counts. Somebody says, well, you got a big fat Nixon there. And that means nothing. Like Nix, fat Nix, fat nothing. Well, if our vote really counted and I thought that was true, then I probably would vote. But since I don't believe that that's true, I guess I'm not voting this time. That's how it is. But, again, a lot of people don't believe in John Teeter, and they don't believe in this, and they don't believe in that, and da-da-da-da-da. But the thing is, he talked about, and a lot of things he talked about came true. I even found a picture where I screenshotted this thing I put in there. Because I don't know if they took it down finally or not. But this post I put on that website, I screenshotted it, so I still have it, okay? And it talks about the Z machine, and I'm getting off what I really wanted to talk about. But today, I wanted to talk about preparedness and being prepared. Okay, so, first of all, you're going to need that ever-precious backpack. That will be the very first thing you need. I have 4 or 5 different backpacks. I have one that carries a solar panel, but the bad part about that is it's little. I guess I could carry it some other way, but that one's little. I have a big major backpack that's black, okay? I don't think that you should run out and buy camo real anything because they're easy to spot with that. You know what I mean? So you really should just get like a solid color like black or brown. Nothing that really speaks out though, like yellow or orange. Something out in the woods might show you. But anyway, so what you need to do is be kind of prepared. And so what you're going to be needing are, first of all, a backpack. That's the one thing that you will need. Now, I'm going to recommend a very nice site to you, Crazy Russian Hacker. And this guy really is Russian. He's not like FPS Russia where he pretends to be and isn't. This guy is Russian, and then what he does is he tests out all these things from Amazon or wherever. And I actually bought something that he showed, and it worked pretty well. And I've only used it one time, and I'm not going to use it again. So, first of all, that's the one thing you're going to need. You're going to need a backpack, okay? I don't even know, is this thing even recording? I don't think this is recording. Yeah, it is. So, backpack, number 1. And don't get something wimpy, because you're not going to be able to carry much. Probably going to figure this backpack's going to weigh 40 to 50 pounds minimum. So, that's another thing about training and walking, maybe just walking and this and that, because let me tell you, I used to be in very good shape when we were doing these, And then when all this thing came along, I fell out of it. And now I'm not out of shape, but I got to dump some weight. I mean, I got to dump some quick weight, okay? So, and there's a lot of things, like if you're taking medications and they're not something that's priority, you know, something you really need, you need to try to go off them. You know, if it's something that you have to take, then I understand that. If it's like a depression medication or something like that, you might need to try to wean yourself off it and see if you can actually do it. So there's that. But anyway, first you need ye old backpack. Then you're going to need, and a lot of you younger guys don't know what a sterno stove is because it's just called canned heat now. So get yourself a little canned heat stove and some heat, maybe 6 of them. You might need more than that, but I'm just telling you, this is just for a couple of weeks. I'm not giving you a synopsis on that's going to last you forever. So maybe two little packs of those. There's your heat. You're going to need to have a lighter, or you're going to need to have matches, or flint and steel, which I do have a flint and steel. I have it somewhere. It's in my pack, I think, because I carry everything in there. So you're going to need that. You're going to need like maybe 1 set of clothes. That's all I have in there, 1 set of clothes. You don't got to care if they're in fashion or out of style. You just got to fit. Socks are very much a priority. You're going to need those because your feet got to stay dry. So make sure you carry extra socks. Little first aid kits. Water's number 1. That's a guarantee, I would say. You know, there's a lot of things that you need to carry and have on you. You know what you do? You carry that backpack in your car, like in your trunk, because everywhere you're going to go, you're going to have it. So predominantly wherever you go, your car is with you. And so that's going to be the whole thing for that, because your car is, if your home is in your driveway. If you went for a walk, it's not that far away. You go to work, it's with you. So wherever you go, that backpack is there. Now, here's one more thing I'm going to give you, too, because I did it. And right now, they're doing okay, but in another week or two, they'll probably be back to where they were. My Patriot Supply, and I'm not giving them a plug, I'm just saying that's the company, and you can search them. They have, and it's a Mormon-run company, they have MREs, meals ready to eat. And they come in packs, and they have water and a little stove and a radio and this or that. I've got one of those too. That's another thing. You need a radio. Shortwave radio might become your news, because there won't be TV news, even if it's baloney. I'm stuck in a really long light. One of the reasons why I hate going to work a little later. Anyway, so that was another thing. Flashlight, first aid kit, a weather radio, or a little battery operated, or solar. Everything needs to be solar, pretty much. Solar radio, all that. Enough stuff that you can just throw on your back at a moment's notice. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I've lived my life like this since I was about 16 years old. I live a regular life like everybody else does. But in the back of my mind, there's always that what if. That what if. Now, we went to Walmart and we bought those little red backpacks for earthquakes. So I got that too. It's got enough food for about a week. And if it was just me, it'd be about 2 weeks. There's water, food, first aid kits, supplies, and all that good stuff. So that's another. If they're still selling them, buy it. I have an old box. I think I bought it at Walmart. It's a survival food box kit. And it's probably still good for another 15 years because I bought it 15 years ago and it's supposed to be good for 30 years. I'd hate to use it right now because you never know. But you'll go old eventually one day too. But anyway, there's your things. It's food, water, supplies, enough to get you by for however long, right? And so that's my main thing to tell you. About enough for a week to 2 weeks. Your pack's going to have to probably weigh about 40 to 50 pounds, and if you're male or female, it doesn't matter. I have some friends that were doing something the other day that I used to do when I was a kid, but I did it because I was in the military and I had to do it. And they were doing this training on this beach, where they did it all night. They did sit-ups and push-ups and run and this and that and carry heavy stuff and all that stuff. And that's cool, I mean, I can't sit there and knock it. It's not something I want to do today now that I'm older. But that's the thing. These people are in shape, and these little people, these little ladies are carrying these 50-pound backpacks, and that's what I'm telling you. 40 to 50 pounds, or you're never going to... And there was two of you. One could carry a pack of supplies, and the other one could have food. Anyway, doing these videos sometimes coming to work are really dumb because I get people like this person ahead of me and the guy ahead of him. These guys are not driving. The speed limit's like 25. They're doing like 15. They're stopping at every freaking crosswalk. It's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? It's just like, I thought I wasn't a good driver. These guys are not driving. So anyway, back off of that topic. Anything. Knives that you might use to cut something, a little saw, anything, a shovel, anything. Like I have one of those. It's a 4-in-1 shovel. It's a saw, it's a shovel, it's an axe, it's got a compass built in it, and then I got another light that I have to charge. I don't like this light because it doesn't take batteries. This thing takes as USB. So bad part about that is if you can't plug it in again somewhere, it's not going to work. But all that stuff I'm telling you is the stuff you're going to need to have. I'm just doing this video when I get to work, and I'll cut it, then I'll upload it, and if it works for you, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just remember that you've only got about around 5 weeks, and then that good old, and who knows if it even happens. But I'm telling you this. I saw a video yesterday. Now, I'm still on the fence with a lot of things, because COVID for me is one of those things where I haven't been around anybody who's really had it. And I don't know, it's just one of those things where I'm on the fence. But there were these guys that came along, and I don't know whether they were scientists or what they were, but these were educated people, and they were doing an interview, and it was over in Germany, I think. And they were showing, about how this whole COVID thing is really only spiking in America, and everywhere else is really, really low. And that makes you think. Why would it only be here? And our economy's tanking, people are losing their jobs, and all this stuff's going down. Well, that's very interesting to me. You know what I mean? So I can't sit there and tell you that the thing's 100% real, but I can't tell you it's 100% fake either. Because I told you this in a different video. So I'm sitting on here one morning, and this live video pops up, and it's a real Chinese guy, supposedly from China, wearing a lab coat, telling everybody, well, how this virus escaped and how it's a bioweapon and blah, blah, blah. And within 2 more days, the guy was dead. So either he was telling you the truth, or I don't know. I will still say iron oxide. See, people, oh, it's this, it's that. But I can't go with that, because the moment I decide to agree with that, it's the moment something happens. So, I just watch every day, make sure I got my mind on what's going on, and keep my head above it. Because you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So, anyway, like I said, supplies, water, food. MREs are great because they're small. Even protein bars, something like that. Maybe 20 protein bars, $20. Well, maybe 30. And you have those in your pack. Maybe that's not what you want to live on, but you won't be hungry. That's the one good thing. So, anything, just anything you can think of to throw in that little survival gear bag. And I even have my old original survival pack that I made when I was like 14. You wouldn't do much for you today, but it was kind of funny that I still have it. Had a razor, it had a mirror, it had some batteries, I think I had matches and some other thing, and it was just kind of funny that I had prepped that then, see? Now, as I get ready to close this out, because I'm showing up to work, there's a guy that runs around. He may not be on here. Forgot what his name is. He lived here in California. He rode a motorcycle, and he moved to Florida, and he was called something Prepper One, and I can't find that guy at all. I don't know whether he's got a channel. I don't know whether he has whatever, but all I know is I can't find him. I had a lot of so-called friends here on YouTube that are gone. There's a few I've resubbed that don't do much. There were a couple people that got into it with me. It wasn't like a big major deal that we were mad, but we just didn't agree. And when that went down that way, they quit following me. I mean, they're still subbed, but I never heard from them again. That's the thing. It's kind of like I say, I'm a member of this group, and I'm an administrator there. And even though I don't really agree with, like, say, 60% of what they say, I respect it because it's not my site. Okay, so if you come on that site and diss the guy who does it, well, to me, that's a 0 because that's his site, not yours. You know what I mean? So I'm just telling you that, you know, my whatever's views may not be his, the guy who runs it, but I do also respect the fact that it's his group, and if these guys want to be stupid and come on and say dumb things, they got to go. That's it's not my site. You know what I mean? And there are people that they joined our site just to tell us things were fake. And I thought, wow, that's pretty stupid. So anyway, my friends, I have rolled into work, and I'm getting right to go. And I will see you again in a little while. I'm going to upload this video here. But this was a prepper video, and it was basically just telling you guys to be prepared, be ready. Food, water, first aid kits, all that good stuff. And keep it with you. And just in case because I've always lived my life that way. Always think that maybe one day you might have to just pack it up and run. You know what I mean? So, with that said, as I always tell you guys, and you should have like, you know, like a little binoculars or telescopes or whatever, things like that. And now, as I say at the end of every video, peace. I'll be seeing you. You guys have a really good day, and I'll be seeing you.